We're getting a big story. The United States has warned Iran of severe consequences. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has spoken to his Israeli counterpart, Yoav Gallant, and the U.S. has said, we will defend our allies against the Iranian threat. The U.S. will not allow a regional conflict to expand. In fact, we are told Lloyd Austin was personally committed and was in touch with interlocutors, was in touch with Yoav Gallant, Melissa. The two were always in touch, as were Israel Katz, the foreign minister of Israel, and Antony Blinken in the United States of America. The warning seems to have fallen on deaf ears in Iran, it appears.
It does appear that way. It's hard to say what the decision-making process is like in Tehran tonight. But ultimately, Israel dealt a very serious blow, not just to Hezbollah, but to Iran last Friday with the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah. And whether this is a face-saving measure, whether this is Iran finally stepping into a major military confrontation with Israel, it's too soon to say. But it is an escalation unlike anything we have seen in the past, and it is a volatile situation. There is very close coordination between the U.S. and the Israeli defense establishments. So I know that this has been something that they've been monitoring. Remember, it was the U.S. that it appears informed Israel of the upcoming attack.
So, and you're absolutely right. That remains the biggest question. Is this a face saver for Iran? Iran that did not retaliate effectively as many of their proxies see, or they see whether after the killing of Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, and that too in the presidential palace compound, should their response have been severe or hard? Was that missile launch just a face saver? The situation does remain extremely volatile today. Asaf Nissan also with me. Melissa, stay with me on this. We'll carry this conversation forward. Asaf Nissan, we're told that air raid sirens are now being heard almost across Israel, not just in the central part, but from Ashkelon and Sderot in the south to Sheba Farms in the north, and Haifa apparently all across, and apparently there have been some successful missile hits from Iran.
Yeah, they've reportedly. I haven't seen anything yet in addition to what I reported earlier on northern Tel Aviv, but I did see the official notice from the IRGC. They're calling it as a revenge from on the death of Nasrallah, and they also reported that they fired over 400 projectiles towards Israel.
400 projectiles is what Iran claims to have fired, and at least one appears to have hit part of northern Tel Aviv. No information just as yet on the casualties on ground or the impact on ground, but multiple neutralized. And let me take this first to Melissa and then to you, Asaf. Asaf, I want to understand from you, the Iron Dome has been overwhelmed in the past last year. So has the David Sling. What has Israel done to ensure that Iron Dome and David Sling don't get, the missile defense systems don't get overwhelmed now?
I think, first of all, they're prepared for any event, and besides, they put out 1,000 battery, at least a few hundred. I don't want to say a number because I'm not even sure, but yes. I presume the entire batteries of Iron Dome have been deployed, and David Sling, of course. Everything has been prepared. As soon as the U.S. and they informed also from the White House that they met this morning.